Okay. All right, let's turn our attentions to Arsenal because they're 4 points clear at the top and appear to be benefiting from their recruitment in the previous windows. Dance, do you think they'll go again in January?
Look, it's not a window where Arsenal are usually that active. The last time I think that they signed major players for the first team squad was back in 2023, January 2023. Leandro Trossard came in. He's
not a bad signing.
Jorginho, you could say, was a success as well. Jakub Kiwior came in that window as well. He's since gone out on loan with the view to a permanent deal as well. So maybe that one didn't work as much as Arsenal would have wanted. So I'm not expecting Arsenal to be that busy in January unless one of two things were to happen. There's a major injury before then, which they did have last January when Gabriel Jesus injured his ACL, and he's only on his way back now. But I think all the Arsenal fans then were imploring the club to
Arsenal ready bid for sensational €90 million Real Madrid signing as Liverpool battle ignites. A report claims Arsenal are prepping a bid to challenge Liverpool for Rodrygo, while sources have also provided TEAMtalk with an update on the Real Madrid ace. Rodrygo strongly considered a move away from the Bernabeu in the summer before being convinced to stay, but he is once again evaluating his options. The forward rarely gets to play in his favorite position on the left wing due to Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe also being available to Xabi Alonso. The Brazil international is a world-class player when on top form, but he has mainly been used as an impact substitute so far this season. Rodrygo's fantastic career in numbers. Joined Madrid from Santos for €45 million in July 2019, has put up 68 goals and 53 assists in 285 appearances. Trophies include 2 Champions Leagues, 3 La Liga titles, and 1 Copa del Rey. Of his 15 appearances, only 4 have lasted 45 minutes or longer. On Tuesday, we revealed that Liverpool have dramatically escalated interest in Rodrygo after admitting Antoine Semenyo is closer to Manchester City than us. With City stepping up their pursuit of the Bournemouth forward, Liverpool have instead held exploratory talks with Rodrygo's camp. We understand Madrid are willing to listen to offers in the region of €80 to €90 million, €70 to €79 million for the Brazil international in January. Liverpool-Arsenal and Rodrygo fight. Caught offside have backed up our reporting, stating that Liverpool are preparing a bid for Rodrygo after identifying him as a high-class attacking signing. But Liverpool face competition from Arsenal, who are preparing an offer of their own. The report states that Arsenal and Liverpool currently lead the chase for Rodrygo. Gunners sporting director Andrea Berta has landed on the 24-year-old as an elite replacement for Gabriel Martinelli and is supposedly ready to match Madrid's asking price. We asked transfer insider Graham Bailey about the situation, and he said, Real Madrid are insisting that Rodrygo is still a part of their plans, but they acknowledge that going into a World Cup year it is not easy for him. He was persuaded to stay in the summer by the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., and although Xabi Alonso rates him, he is behind Arda Güler in the pecking order. I am told that Real want to keep him until the summer. At that point we will see the likely return of Nico Paz, which will only hasten his exit. Intermediaries are working hard on finding options for him. This has entailed once again opening lines of communication with Arsenal, who pushed hardest in the summer, Liverpool, as we know, but also Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur. These are the clubs Rodrygo would consider joining, it is not the clubs approaching them. As it stands, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Tottenham are all keeping abreast of the situation. They want to know. Should Real sanction a possible loan, this is when things could advance. At this point, though, Real are saying that is unlikely. If the player pushes to leave, we will have to see what happens, but also the Endrick situation complicates things. If he moves on as expected, Real won't let them both leave, they're insistent on that. Arsenal in for another top-class winger, strong links between Liverpool and Madrid. Meanwhile, Fraser Fletcher reported for us on Monday that Arsenal are also laying the groundwork for a stunning raid on Bayern Munich. Speculation Liverpool could sign yet more players from Madrid refuses to go away. Arne Slot's side is expected to offer €60 million, £53 million for a Los Blancos midfielder. Plus, we have analyzed stunning claims in the Spanish press that Liverpool could restart their pursuit of Jude Bellingham. Why Arsenal have Martin Odegaard back from injury at an ideal time for Mikel Arteta. Fit again captain gives Gunners a major title boost. It has so far been a frustrating season for Martin Odegaard. The Arsenal captain has been dogged with injuries to the extent that he has played just 237 minutes in the Premier League. 2 shoulder injuries and a knee issue have kept Odegaard on the sidelines, but he is fit again and could make his first start in 2 months. The Norwegian has been itching to return, using an anti-gravity running machine to speed up his rehabilitation and is eager to make up for lost time. I guess that's one of the good signs about being injured. You get more hungry and more excited to play football again. That's the good part of it. I'm desperate to get going again. In Odegaard's absence, others have stepped up.
Eberechi in particular has excelled in midfield and scored a try-hat-trick against Tottenham last month's North London derby. For the first time in his Arsenal career, Odegaard has genuine competition, and it means his return from injury has been carefully managed. The 26-year-old played 9 minutes off the bench against Bayern Munich last Wednesday, before getting over half an hour under his belt at Chelsea at the weekend. The next step is for Odegaard to start, and tonight feels like the ideal make that jump. Mikel Arteta is wary of the fact Arsenal come into this match off the back of 3 huge games against Tottenham, Bayern Munich and Chelsea. In his press conference yesterday, he called on the Arsenal fans at Emirates Stadium to behave like animals, and it is easy to see how this game could be a classic case after the Lord Mayor's show. Bringing your captain into the team is a good way of stopping that, because no one will be more determined than Odegaard to make a point. The frustration around his injuries is born out of the fact that they were both freak issues. The shoulder problem came after Odegaard landed awkwardly on it, while the knee issue came after an innocuous clash with Crescencio Somerville when he tried to tackle the West Ham winger. There is also the frustration that in his fleeting appearances this season, Odegaard has looked in good form. In Premier League games this season, no Arsenal player is averaging more passes in the final third or has a higher expected assist figure. He played a key role off the bench in September as Arsenal came from behind to win at Newcastle. 3 days after that, Odegaard was named man of the match in a 2-0 win over Olympiacos. Arteta was full of praise for his captain in the wake of that victory, stressing the importance of his role to this team. I think that creativity is his nature. It doesn't bring any pressure to him, as it is his best ability to generate things that not a lot of players can do. He has my total freedom from my side to explore and take risks, and to feel the movement in how he generates spaces, and he has done that the last 2 games. Injury struck in the match after those comments, but now Arteta can continue with his plan to give total freedom to Odegaard. It is an exciting prospect, not least because, unlike last season, Odegaard is surrounded by a new set of attacking weapons. The impact of that has not been seen yet, though, as Odegaard has not had the chance to show how he will fit into Arsenal's new-look attack. He and Victor Gyökeres, for example, have started together just 5 times, Eberechi just 2. Arteta has explained this season how he views this deep squad as a puzzle where he can change the shape at any moment. Odegaard will want to return and remind everyone that he is the most important piece. Arsenal news: twin Ronaldinho signing for club as agent approached over 3rd transfer. Arsenal will be aiming to assert their dominance in the Premier League title race when they welcome Brentford on Wednesday. The Gunners were left disappointed after managing only a 1-1 draw against Chelsea on Sunday. The hosts saw Moses Caicedo receive a red card in the first half, but still managed to take the lead thanks to Trevoh Chalobah. Arsenal salvaged a point courtesy of a Mikel Merino goal but failed to secure a win, reducing their lead over Manchester City to 5 points. With a packed schedule that includes a midweek round of games before a trip to Aston Villa on Saturday, Arteta recognizes the need for a solid performance against the Bees and will be hoping one player can avoid a suspension. Here's all the latest news from the Emirates. Reports suggest Arsenal have been in contact with super agent Georges Mendes regarding Juventus star Kenan Yildiz, reports the Mirror. Although Mendes is not officially representing Yildiz, he has been tasked with finding potential clubs for the 20-year-old attacking midfielder. According to Corriere della Storia, Arsenal are among the clubs that have reached out to Mendes to express interest in Yildiz. Contract negotiations between Yildiz and Juve are reportedly at a standstill. The Juve Giants have reportedly tabled a fresh contract worth £4.4 million per year, though the player is holding out to closer to £6 million annually. There's more at stake than just wages, with Yildiz, whose current deal runs until 2029, determined to establish himself as a key player at the club. This standoff could present an opportunity for Arsenal, who have allegedly been mesmerized by Yildiz's performances this campaign. Ecuadorian twins Edwin, a right winger, and attacking midfielder Holger Quintero have arrived in London this week to put pen to paper with the Gunners. According to ESPN, the 16-year-old brothers, who are presently contracted to Independiente del Valle, will ink agreements that will see them officially become Arsenal players in August 2027 when they reach 18. Neither have featured in senior football yet, though both have turned out for their nation at under-17 level, which proves beneficial when it comes to obtaining a work permit under the FA's points-based system. And a host of elite European clubs including Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain have been monitoring the duo, but Arsenal seem to have secured their signatures.